Memorabilia in Leesburg, Virginia. Happy Halloween to everyone out there. Joining me to my right, to your left here on Sports Journey Satellite, I have a Washington Redskins starting fullback, Darrel Young. And then also to his right, on the far left on your TV screens, we also have one of the owners of Bellator Sports, Mr. Mike Hayes. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good. We have a couple people that came out tonight sitting here in the crowd. So, as we always do, if they want to ask us any questions during the broadcast, they can grab one of the microphones that we've supplied and fire away. Let us know your thoughts on anything. Doesn't have to be just Redskins, but if you want to talk Redskins, we will get to that. And you know I'm getting ready to get to that.
I know.
What happened on Sunday? I mean, obviously, tough loss, inclement weather, but that was probably one of the games that I can say safely it didn't look like the team that I've been covering for a while. It was uncharacteristic of you guys.
We did a lot of things that we haven't been doing. We've been executing a lot. Just kind of frustrating because we just didn't, like I said, execute. We didn't catch the ball, and we missed out on big plays. I mean, that's the only game I've ever been a part of where we were in the end zone so many times, or had so many opportunities to make big plays, and we just didn't convert. So that's just going back to 2 years ago, and we kind of got away from that phase a little bit. So this week it's not about the Carolina Panthers; it's about us. We found out we're our own worst enemy. And
right.
I think going into today's practice, we kind of understood that, and we focused on the things that got us to 2-2, or starting off 1-0 and stuff like that. So, I mean, we just got to be better. We say that week in and week out, but this is the year to do it because we got to start moving forward under the Shanahan regime.
You don't want it to snowball either, because one thing about this town is fans can be your best friends, but they also can be unforgiving as well. And
ruthless.
I don't know, man. We got some loyal fans. I mean.
But
it's been rough since I've been here. So
I think that's something that I wrote an article that Miss Diana, our editor, who I don't see here right now. We talked about this in this article I wrote. Now what that is there's been the turnover. 3 years ago I remember being out of Redskins Park, and Mike Shanahan told us in the media. He said, "Listen, we're going to turn this team over, make it a young team. We're going to try to get some more athletic guys and guys that are football players and want to play football all the time." And I think that has happened, but it does seem to me, and I could be wrong, but it does seem like this team is searching for an identity right now. I mean, you have RG3, but from a player standpoint, yeah, he's the identity of the franchise, but I mean a style of play. When Joe Gibbs was here, you knew the team was going to run the ball on first and second down and smash mouth football. What is the identity of this football team right now, Darrel?
To be honest with you, I can't tell you because I don't know. We're doing a lot of different things in terms of game plan-wise every week. But like I said, I come in Wednesdays, I have no idea what the game plan is going to be. And today, I mean, you look at what we do, we make mistakes on Wednesdays.
Sure.
Wednesdays, that's every team. But, come Friday, it's praise day. So you kind of go forward with things. But like I said, today I had no idea what was going on. I don't even know what's going on tomorrow, and that's –
Is that a good thing, though? I mean, shouldn't you know?
It's a great thing because I think it allows us to have fun.
Okay.
I don't look at it as it's not a challenge because I'm being asked to play football. Now, if I was asked to go play quarterback, then
that's a whole
that'll
other
be
story.
pressure. That's pressure. That's what pressure is to me. Being asked to do something that you've never done before. But I've been playing football all my life. They just asked me to go block the same guy just from a different alignment. So that's how I look at it. And like I said, it's a challenge every week, but it's a fun challenge. I don't look at it as something that cannot be achieved. We've been, scoring points, and that's something that we haven't been doing the past 2 years. So I think, it's a credit to the coaching staff and, obviously a credit to the kind of the same system but a new system as well. And, we brought in a lot of different guys from last year, and like I said, sky's the limit. We're just scratching the surface, I feel, with this offense, And,
I mean, are you still, you say you're having fun. Is it a situation like in the past, in years past, you could see guys, it wasn't fun. I mean, it was a lot of turmoil. You had, the whole Hainsworth situation, and you had McNabb, and last year it was Beck and Grossman. Well, you know who your quarterback is now. Those questions have hopefully been answered for the next decade.
You know what the biggest thing is, from a media standpoint, I just think, I haven't heard anything about being 5-11 from last year. I think that's the first step, eliminating the things that were negative to this organization. You haven't heard about Hainsworth.
Mm-hmm.
You hadn't heard about McNabb. You haven't heard about the things that were, kind of detrimental to where we want to go with this franchise.
Until I just brought it up.
I mean, that's the truth, though. But like I said, I haven't heard anything about being 5-11. I haven't heard anything about, we weren't able to score points last year. It's all about how explosive this offense is, how we're, top 5 in every category, and like I said, we put ourselves, in a bind last week, just dropping the ball and stuff, and we'll get better with that. I mean, it's going to happen. The game is played on Sundays. Every Sunday's not going to be perfect. It's going to be, situations where RG3 might throw a football. Someone's going to fumble again during the season. It happens. It's the game. It's the life we live, but
well, we've been saying, and I hate to say this, but, we've been saying that, the offense isn't the problem. It's the other side of the football. And not throw your teammates under the bus, but you're right. When you're scoring points and you're scoring quickly, which hadn't been done in the past, and you're in the top 5 in every category, I think most Redskins fans would think that your record would be 5-2, 6-1 or something of that nature, just from the standpoint that they always could depend on the defense in the past. But I asked Chris Wilson right here from Bellator when he was here. I asked Chris, I asked Jarvis Jenkins, who was here as well. And my question was, you're scoring fast. You're moving the ball around. Could it be a situation where maybe the defense they're not getting their legs under them? Because, I mean, their legs, I mean, they're on the field a lot now.
Yeah.
Mike? Doesn't make much difference. When they weren't scoring fast, they weren't really on the field that long in the past, so defense was always on there. That was the anchor.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
I think
point.
it's more injury. There's a lot of injuries to their defense.
A lot of injuries. I mean, we haven't seen Brandon Merriweather play, and they brought him in to the system to be the Palomalu type. I don't know if he's going to be like that. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I understand.
And being in that position, I mean, this is Pittsburgh's defense. So you have, like you said, it'll take time to build, personnel, within a certain scheme, and it's still offensive wise too. I mean, who knows if I'll be here next year? It's just the scheme is different every year.
But see, that's one of the issues that I do have, though. One of the issues that I have is been the turnover, and you want to see guys like yourself, not be 2-year starter, but be a 7-8-year starter, something that can be consistent. And I've said this before, going out and getting Pierre Garçon and Josh Morgan. You just hope that this is the last time that's done, where next year, they're not looking at someone else's, window shopping, basically. Stick with what you have and build it, coach the guys up, and you see what you have at that point.
No, I agree. I mean, I would like that, just to make sure my job is safe. But
I think your job's safe, man.
Nah,
as long as you knock out Pro Bowl safeties like you did last week, your job is safe.
You know what, man? There's a lot of other things that I know from a football standpoint that I'm not doing right, and I just got to get better from that standpoint. But
well, at least you can recognize those things, though.
So, as long as you know there's something you can work on, you have a chance to be successful. That's how I look at it.
That's good stuff for us, Mike. Business owners, that's good,
Lots of stuff to work on.
Well, folks, we're here from Bellator Sports, Mr. Mike Hayes' establishment, and this is the first time you've actually been on the set like this. So are you excited about it?
A little nervous. This isn't my everyday thing.
That's why I'm trying to keep the cameras away from you. So actually got one in front of you.
Yeah, they're all over me. That's all right.
He's blushing.
Well, look, again, if you want to ask us questions, there's a microphone right there. And, Halloween, I know a couple people who are coming a little bit later on. So it'll fill out a little bit. And hopefully everyone out there is safe. We understand, unfortunately, situation with the storm that went through Sandy. So I think a lot of people are probably excited that the weather broke today so they could get out and, have their kids go out and do something. I know mine is right here right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was bored Monday, man. I'm not going to lie.
Mine had cabin fever. They're driving me nuts.
Monica was like, call you. She did. She kept saying, she said, call Darrel. And I said, what do you think he's going to walk over here? We were in the same neighborhood. She's like, what do you think he's going to walk over here? I'm like, no, he's not
walking.
walking.
An umbrella.
No. You weren't scared, were you?
No, I was with Niles, man. Niles is an angry man.
So okay.
I was laying on Niles' couch watching movies. I went to sleep. I was bored out of my mind, but I had a cheesesteak and.
Where'd you get the cheesesteak from?
I went to Jersey Mike's.
I was gonna say,
Love that place.
okay. Yeah, I mean it's Philadelphia. I mean, he went to school in Philly, so You know what a good cheesesteak is
That
like.
cheesesteak is good, man. I recommend it.
It's not like Philly, though.
I mean, nothing's like Philly. It's like, I don't feel the same. You know, New York pizza is, it's always good. Only
And
good
the
in
other
New York.
half.
Oh. I knew this was going to happen.
Trying to make you eat some crow.
I knew this was going to happen.
I won't even say it.
Oh, man. That's horrible. That is, oh, my goodness. You know I'm burning right now in this red. But I'm gonna.
It's a good color on you.
I'm gonna do it just because I stick to my word. I thought my alma mater, Penn State, was gonna beat Ohio State. Didn't happen. It was ugly too. And Larry, your partner, was up there.
Yes.
So I did tell him, good folks here at Bellator. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah. Fortunately, I can't fit that, so that'll go off to the side. Do you have any rivals in school? Well, Georgetown.
No, that's basketball. We won AA in football.
So who was your rival? UMass?
Delaware.
The
Delaware.
Blue Hens?
Blue Hens. Battle the backyard. So
I didn't even know that they played each other, Villanova and Delaware.
every year, the last game of the season.
There was a kid that that actually went to Penn State that transferred to Delaware, quarterback.
Oh, not Joe. Pat Devlin.
Pat Devlin, exactly.
With the Dolphins. He was with the Dolphins last year.
Oh, really? I didn't even know he made it that
He was on
far.
the practice squad with them last year.
Okay. So not bad. Look, folks, I want to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more here from Bellator Sports. You gonna stick with us, Mike?
Sure. This is fun.
We need you to be a little bit more vocal, though. I'm just teasing you. I'm
I
just
can do it.
teasing.
You wanna get vocal?
Yeah,
I
I
get
know you
vocal.
get Larry on here. That would probably
Oh.
have some problems.
Yeah, you'd be losing fans.
Well, look, folks, if you want to get in the chat box and write us, let us know what's on your mind. Many people from around the country watching right now. And then also we do have some people here. We expect more people to start filtering in. So, again, as we always say, these shows are for you, the fans. So if you want to ask Darrel a question, myself, or if you even want to ask Mike something regarding the memorabilia world, and I'm sure we might have some questions for you regarding that memorabilia. I'm trying to find out how I can have my own jersey up in there.
Have one made? I can get you one made.
You missed the
Basketball
point.
jersey.
You missed it, folks. Look, hang tight. We'll be right back here from Bellator Sports.
Imagine with a simple push of a button, you could be on your way to getting firm, sculpted abs and a sexy waistline with the Contour Core Sculpting System. It's the breakthrough technology that requires no machines, no getting on the floor, no stress, and no strain.
Contour.
The Contour is the real deal.
The secret is Contour's exclusive auto-active muscle toning technology, the digital breakthrough that automatically targets all your abdominal muscles, including your upper abs, lower abs, obliques, and even that stubborn lower belly. Thermographic testing proves Contour activates your entire core. The Contour Core Sculpting System comes with a one-size-fits-all Contour Core Belt, electronic controller with custom digital settings, batteries, and a 1-year warranty, plus an instructional guide and sensible eating plan. And it's all yours to try for 30 days for just $14.95. There's never been an easier, more effective way to get great-looking abs. So call and order right now.
Attention if you have diabetes.
Hello, I'm Alan Thicke. As the father of a child with diabetes, it's important that I keep up to date with the latest in treatments and technology. That's why I'm happy to tell you about a breakthrough in diabetes care through CCS Medical. You don't need to stick your fingers anymore. This new meter allows you to test on your arm, so it's virtually pain-free. Plus, it uses gold test strips. Real laser-etched gold in every strip provides the ideal testing surface for one of the most accurate readings possible. Best of all, CCS Medical can send you this meter at no cost. With CCS Medical, they deliver your diabetes supplies to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance to process the paperwork. They even have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer questions. And for a limited time, CCS Medical will also send you a diabetes ID bracelet. All this from a company trusted and recommended by thousands of doctors around the country. Call CCS Medical today.
Car owners, does your vehicle have less than 120,000 miles on it? Is it less than 10 years old? Is your current auto warranty about to expire? Well, Cover America Auto Care has a very special offer just for you. With current economic conditions causing bankruptcies and a downturn in new car sales, Cover America Auto Care now offers inexpensive mechanical breakdown coverage direct to the public. You can save thousands of dollars on auto repairs. A toll-free line has been made available so car owners can call and get a free no-obligation quote. This auto protection is backed by an A-rated insurance carrier. Plus, you get a claims department that has an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance is also included. You will be amazed at how much you can save on future car repair bills. So call for your free, no-obligation quote now. Do not wait. Get covered today and rest easy tonight.
If you're disabled and unable to work, pay attention to the following message.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be entitled to disability benefits through Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right if you suffer from a physical or mental disability. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. To get started, call the number on your screen now. And keep in mind, there are a vast number of conditions that make you eligible for disability benefits and dozens of additions that you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Call 1-800-735-0219. Call now.
Let me tell you some of the reasons people get into trouble with credit cards. A job loss or salary cut, an unexpected expense, a divorce, a business loss, or even helping a family member or friend in need. As founder of Consolidated Credit, I understand that credit card problems are not about overspending. It's about emergencies and unexpected situations. For nearly 2 decades, Consolidated Credit has helped over 5 million people, just like you. The options for getting out of debt have never been better. We can reduce your interest rates and cut your payments up to 50%. The time to call Consolidated Credit is now. There's a lot of ways to get into trouble with debt. There's only one trusted way to get out: Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, we're the solution.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Call 1-800-445-1912. That's 1-800-445-1912.
All right, folks, welcome back. Bellator Sports Memorabilia here in the Villages in Leesburg, Virginia. Myself, Washington Redskins starting fullback Darrel Young, and the owner, proprietor, if I can say, of the venue we're at. I like the backdrop you did, Mike. This is really nice this time.
Yeah, I had to change it up a little bit, try to show some different product that we carry, and different services because we do framing as well.
Yeah, I like the little small helmets here in the front.
Bart Starr.
Yeah, try to do something different every time.
That's big time right there.
That's big time, man.
Bart Starr is a legend. I like the Palomalu back there.
I do like the Palomalu.
But you would have to put that behind us after Sunday. Did you think about that? I was going to say, did you?
No.
I mean, I think everybody understands that name on that jersey. I mean,
I respect that
of
name. Of
course,
that
that's
a Hall of Famer right there.
I was going to say,
you can't mention the Pittsburgh Steelers without mentioning him. I mean,
you can't. He's like one of the faces of the Steelers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what happens from here on out with him.
And you look behind you, Elway, and you have Ray Lewis.
You know what? Ray Lewis is one of the most inspirational people I've ever liked listening to.
Hey, I almost speaking of Ray Lewis for the Madden.
Yeah, that's what the first thing I thought about.
Oh my gosh!
I watch that every time just because I get excited. He gets me excited to play. That's almost like I like the Any Given Sunday speech too.
It's
up there. I mean, Ray Lewis is.
let me tell you, man. One of the most, I could say, exhilarating moments that I've had in sports was the preseason game last year.
Ray Lewis came out.
No. I had a story before that because Miss Diane and myself were going downstairs, and even the staff in Raven Stadium, M&T Bank Stadium, everyone's like in unison with everything. And Miss Diane and myself, we were actually getting ready to walk down onto the field. and we were already down there for pregame, but we were going to go down there for the first quarter. And right before the Ravens were getting ready to come out their locker, this lady stops us. She says, "No, you have to stop." And we were like, "Well, let us just, go ahead and go out there real quick because they would be behind us technically." She said, "No, everybody has to stop here in the building when they come out the locker room." And I said, "What do you mean, like just move to the side?" She said, "No, like stop, like pause." And I was like, "Is that kind of like a tradition?" And she said, "Yeah." And she said to me, literally, "You'll see why." And I'll never forget, I was standing literally right at the door of the Ravens locker room, and when they were coming out, you just heard guys hollering and screaming, and then all of a sudden, you hear, "This going to be on national TV. This going to be on national TV. Are you ready for this?" He was like, "Rookies, are you ready for this?" He said, "Don't make any mistakes out there. I got your back. I got your back." And you knew who it was. As soon as he came out, you could just see right in the hallway. They got into a huddle right in the hallway, the whole team. It was pretty intimidating. I mean, not intimidating like you're scared, but like if you have a guy like that that just gets you going every game, and I don't think it was a show. That's just normal routine right there.
He's been doing it for too long to be a show at a high level.
That's routine now.
Yeah, he's been doing it for too long at a high level to be a show.
Do you think they're going to miss him now? I mean,
yes.
Obviously.
They did last week.
Yeah, they not. That's
you can't go off one game, but, I mean, they lost him. I don't think Haloti now to play. You lose Ladarius Webb. I mean, but Ray Lewis is the centerpiece to that defense. He's been there for so long. He's been on a championship team. I mean, you can go back to Peter Bolware. You can go back to all these backers that he was with on that championship team, and he's still among the elite linebackers in the league.
Do you think could you see him being a coach in this league? Yeah.
Yes. More than he might be a GM, to be honest with you.
Well, he won't be in Baltimore.
You never know.
It's Ozzy unless he hands it over to him.
You never know.
He's definitely going to be something in Baltimore because I don't think they would let him in any role, go somewhere else.
I don't think you can. That's even like Ed Reed. Regardless of what people may say, Ed Reed is a ball hawk. He's the only person I know that he's hurt. He can't do this. He gets an interception for a touchdown.
Yeah, so a back-breaking interception.
Ed Reed is still doing it. Like I said, people can criticize him all they want. He's still doing it every week.
As far as a memorabilia standpoint, I mean, is Ray Lewis one of the big-time, sports memorabilia guys if you can get an autograph or something like that?
On my side of the business, I just want to meet him. I've met him a couple times, but every time you're just excited, As far as collectability, absolutely.
Really?
That's in this business where young players are coming up and moving teams so often that it's like you go to buy, a Cam Newton Panthers jersey, and in 4 years from now he's a Raider. It doesn't carry the same collectability of it. When you get somebody like Ray Lewis, who's long-term part of a team.
Yeah.
Older guys like, Bart Starr we mentioned earlier, one-team guys that are just constant there. That's where you really want to collect that.
And that's not something you're right, that's not really part of the game. I mean,
First time on TV.
I like it.
You think about that, the fact that he's been there for, what was it, 16, 17 seasons?
I couldn't tell
and
you.
You came in the league as a linebacker.
Yeah.
For that guy to be playing that position for 16, 17 seasons at a Pro Bowl level, that's scary, man.
I was in elementary school when he started. I was in elementary school.
That's scary, man.
That's crazy.
I'll put
Even Fletch.
Yeah, I'll put this in perspective as far as, the elementary, that sounds, I mean, you're still young, so, it's not that bad. But for me, I was in college.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was actually I graduated, but I was going to Georgetown at the time, and that was you just think about that. And I remember a lot of guys saying they didn't know if Ray Lewis was going to make it in the pros. That he was undersized. Matter of fact, he says
he
that
proved them wrong.
He says that in the Madden opening, doesn't he? He says, he said I was too small, I was too slow. Okay.
17 years later.
17 years later.
And he's not that small.
And you know what? Let's be honest. If the Ravens, for at least 6-7 seasons, had any kind of offense, he could have at least 4 or 5 Super Bowls. That defense has been that good, but they squandered a couple with, with a bad. That definitely will not go on tonight. She's learning. So that's okay. So look. looking ahead to the Panthers game, just real quick, I did want to cover this real quick. I mean, you have Cam Newton coming in here, so it's a homecoming game of somewhat just for the organization. You know, as far as the anniversary, we're wearing the throwback uniforms. Carolina is a team that you must beat. I mean, you guys understand that. I mean, if you're trying to go anywhere, you have to beat bad football teams.
I think that's been the problem with us, you know, over the past couple of years, just not beating the teams that we're supposed to and beating the Green Bay Packers, you know, beating the Saints, beating the Super Bowl champions. I mean, every year we've beaten the Super Bowl champions except for 2009 since I've been here. I mean, we lost to New Orleans 33-30 in overtime in 2009. But, I mean, this is a must-win game, like you said. I'm 0-2 coming off bye weeks. So 4-5 going into the bye week, 5-5 coming out. Our division game, you know,
you're right there.
This week is big for us. It's the next step, obviously, because it's the next game. But it's important that we, you know, win this game just because we'll have 2 weeks to think about this, and we're not playing again until the following Monday night. You know, Sunday.
Sunday
then
night.
Thanksgiving, then that Monday. Yeah. So.
Well, and you think about it.
You got 2 weeks to dwell on it.
The bulk of your games in the second half of the season are in division games.
That's gonna be fun.
Exactly. And look at it. Cowboys lost this week. The Eagles lost this week. Giants. The Giants are the Giants. I mean, you can't take anything away from that team. But the Cowboys have shown that they beat them before, and they were within, I guess you can say, a couple of fingertips. You know, Des Bryant catch of beating them again. So the Giants, you guys showed that too. You guys had them on the ropes. Just couldn't finish that game off. So it's not, 9-7 won the division last year. 9-7 won the Super Bowl last year.
Won the Super Bowl.
So there's still hope for this team.
We were the last team to beat them before they went on their miraculous run.
You know, I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
And you didn't just beat them, you bullied them.
They played the Jets the following week, and Victor Cruz made an 80-yard touchdown run, and then they played the Cowboys last game of the regular season.
Yeah, unfortunately, his 80-yard run was very similar to
what he did versus us.
Yeah, it was
I get it.
eerily similar.
I get it.
I mean, well, you know, he does stuff with us up in New York, so Sports Journey. So I mean, you know, when you see stuff like that, you're excited for the guys that work with you. You know, yourself and some of the guys around the league that work with you. But that was one of those losses that you just I don't recall ever seeing a loss like that where you wouldn't think it would be deflating. But actually, to the contrary, I think it showed a lot of fans how close, you know, the gap is closed a little bit. You know, now that you have a guy that can get you down the field and score that fast, but you just saw why Eli Manning's Eli Manning. I mean, that's what he does. So
yeah, that's why he's among the elite. But to piggyback on Victor Cruz, you know, I got a lot of respect for that guy playing against him 4 years in college. He went to UMass, went to Villanova. I was playing linebacker at that time. I couldn't tell you he was going to be like that. You know, he wasn't even the best receiver on that team at that time.
Yeah, that's what I was told too.
Yeah, at that time he wasn't there. They had another guy. I just remember his number was 3, and he had dreads. And this guy used to go off on us. But
they had a good running back too.
His name was. They had Steve Baylor, who was with the Cardinals for a while, and then they had Tony Nelson.
Tony Nelson
played really good. From Maryland.
Yeah. That's what Victor used to always tell me about that.
Yeah.
He used to. I mean, from what I was told, I don't know if he was exaggerating, but he said UMass was kind of like that team.
Yeah, they had all transfers. They should have been.
I know. Big
Matt Lawrence was there.
Vlad was there. Vlad DeCoste was there.
Yeah, Matt Lawrence was there. Vlad DeCoste. I mean, the list goes on. They had some good players there, defensively and offensively.
That's all right. Well, I mean, you know, you talking about, you know, as far as not expecting things. I mean, you told me your own coach at Villanova didn't expect for you to be here.
Didn't expect me. I still haven't talked to him since that day. Not because I hold a grudge, but just because, you know, I don't.
Nothing to say.
There's nothing to say at all. Nothing to say at all.
Well, maybe they could have you come back up there. I mean, you would think.
Be an inspiration.
Yeah, you know, you would think here's a guy that, you know, if I'm the coach, it's like, hey, you know, I have a guy coming out tonight that I told personally that he needs to get a normal job because he's not going to play professional sports, which is a horrible thing to say. First of all, I mean, I think, matter of fact, I think it was your uncle. We were talking about what should he tell some kids that, you know, he mentors, whatever, and he said, I want to tell them that don't think about playing professional sports or being in Hollywood. And I said, no, I disagree with that, because if that's a dream of a child, that should be something that you push them to attain. You know, if someone says, I want to be a doctor, well, it's equally tough to become a doctor as it is to become an NFL player.
No, I agree.
Maybe even tougher. Exactly.
I agree. That's why I'm getting my master's right now, because I feel like, the difference between, that age group of 18 to 25, when you don't know what's next, I feel like it can help guys being in this process and stuff, or being in this life, So that's my main focus. I want to be an athletic director. I want to be a player development guy. I want to, give back to the guys that, I know what they're going through, and that's what I say, like, even high school kids. I went back and spoke to my high school when I got released. They didn't know I got released. The way I sounded, they were like, we didn't know you got released, but but it's just showing them, like, I'm the only guy from my town to come out and play football. We have another guy, A.J. Price, with the Wizards, and we had another guy,
the Wizards.
Mike James, who played in the league for about 13 years and is overseas now.
I remember Mike James, too. He was here.
We're the only ones to go, and I want to go back. My goal is to have a camp this year. I don't want to charge kids anything. I just want them to show, know that you could be taught the fundamentals. This can happen for you. All you need is a little guidance, a little wisdom, a little determination, and a little passion for what you're doing, and just understand that. And I just feel like I'm in that life where I can do that and make that transition for kids, just because I wasn't even the best guy on my high school team. I'm just being honest with myself. We had some linemen, that had opportunities. We had guys going to the military, but, that was their choices, but I just look at it as just a blessing just to have, the background that I have, the guidance that I had from a football standpoint, and then the teachers in the classroom. I was an honor student, and that's just a credit to my parents, just because they believed in me and told me, you're not coming home with D's. Even when I went to college, I got a C in stat. My dad just looked at me and said, no, go back. He said, go back during Christmas break. You got to take class. And I said, I can't. There's no classes being taken. He said, you're not coming home with a C ever again. And I didn't get a C after that, but.
And you are right now close to getting that master's.
I'm close to.
He actually stood me up a couple of weeks back on the show. Like, where's Darrel?
There's some priorities there. There's some
No.
priorities,
He did. He notified me well before that he wasn't going to be able to make it out because he had a paper he had to write.
I mean, even some of the best athletes in high school and college don't make it to the pros. It's just.
Oh no, man! I mean, I'm
who
one
wants
of
it the
them.
most?
I mean, and I use that. I tell people I'm still involved with sports as NFL and NBA media, but. You know, like when I was at Penn State playing basketball, I knew there was a time where I was just like, I'm not good enough to play in the pros. That you just know you have to do something else.
Yeah, there was that was one of my dreams, playing in the NFL. Growing up playing. Then there's a little grudge where because I tried out twice, didn't make it, and there's that grudge. But now that I'm 34, looking back on, I didn't do what I needed to do. Seeing what these guys do now to make the squad.
Oh, it's tough. You have to diet and all that stuff. And
I like food too.
I mean, I seen this guy, man, he eating over at the house, and he's like, you ate some fried chicken though.
Absolutely. That's not gonna change. My dad's coming this weekend.
It's different when you burn that off in like 2 hours, right. And it's different when my situation burn it off in 2 years. That's a big difference right there. But yeah, I mean, I've been places where guys are, Chris Wilson, man, this guy gets on me for having a chicken wing one time.
Chris eats chicken wings.
He's first to point out I burned it off quick.
That's exactly. There's the difference there. Yeah, but you can't do that. And then working out with Big Phil, he'll call me every other day. Like, what did you eat today? Like, man, I can't even tell him. I was at Wendy's today.
Had a salad from Wendy's.
You just try to put stuff in perspective, though. But there's a lot of sacrifices that I'm sure, you want to tell these kids that you're going to have to make if you want to get to just to be the best in anything. Whether it's football, whether it's media, whether it's,
doctor, lawyer.
We have an officer here, a policeman. So, I mean, you think about that. To be the best, you've got to put in work for that because nothing's going to be handed to you.
You know what? I wake up every morning. I say less than 3% of the population wakes up and loves what they do on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. I look at my job as 24 hours to live because I'm going to go have fun doing what I love to do for that 24 hours. I'll go to sleep, I'm going to wake up again with the same mindset of this is what I want to do. I love, seeing people come out to practice during camp, just to just have people have, ask you for an autograph. I mean, I don't get where guys can be, so, arrogant into the sense where they don't want to sign autographs. They don't want to do that stuff.
That's upbringing. That's upbringing.
I love it.
That's upbringing.
Kids ask me, I'm going to do it. That's just me. I get a joy out of it. I'm not just saying that just because I'm on the air right now. I mean,
no, I know.
That's what I like to do. I just to see the joy in a person's face because, like I said, I didn't have any role models in terms of, from an athletic standpoint. All my role models were, my dad working hard, my brother going to the military defending the country. So it's a little different. I have a little different perspective and outlook on life. but at the same time, I know what I wanted, you know. So.
Well, it's good you say that because my father told me I couldn't have another role model. I mean, he did. He told me, if not, I'm getting something for you. But, I mean, yeah, you think about that. Most parents out there working hard. It's funny you say that because my wife's like, you know, family. And just yesterday, she was talking to my sister-in-law, and she was talking about Santa Claus. And I got to look around, make sure there's no other kids in here. Okay, yeah, because my daughter's okay. She knows. And I told her, listen, I have a problem with her coming to me and saying, Daddy, is Santa going to get this for me? Is he going to get that for me? So my wife and me made a conscious effort to tell her, he's still there, but the gift's coming from me. I mean, you think about it. You working hard. You know, you don't want her thinking somebody else is bringing all the treats. No, that doesn't work like that.
I agree.
That's horrible, isn't it? Look at Mike.
I use it as a tool of discipline. Santa's not bringing you that. You don't act right.
Oh, no, I just tell her I can't give Santa anything for you. But it's originally coming from me. Santa's coming from the North Pole, pick it up from my house.
Yeah, my wife grew up in a family where Santa brought everything. So
I got out of that.
Oh,
yeah.
Frustrating.
So, look, anyone out there, if you want to ask us a question, if you want to ask Darrel a question, and we have someone right there, you can fire it up.
Hi. What do you think of Chris Cooley coming back?
I think having Chris Cooley back is something special to this organization just because he's been around for so long. I think, you know, what he brings to the table is just more than from a football standpoint. I think, you know, the people that love the game understand that Chris Cooley's been a part of something special, whether it be the playoffs, whether it be, you know, just his commitment to be a Redskin. And I think, you know, having him doesn't set this team back at all either, just because he's been in this offense under Shanahan. He was with us in OTAs, you know, and, you know, all the practices and stuff in camp. So he knows, you know, what his role was. And I think you get a veteran like that who understands and buys in to what he needs to do to help this team. I think sky's the limit for where we're going to go with things. So, you know, I appreciate Chris Cooley. I love him as a guy. He's a real good dude. If you ever walked down the street and met him, he would greet you just like, I mean, he was, you know, a guy just getting his master's or a guy in high school just walking down the street, you know. So
yeah, he's another unassuming guy. I mean, I can safely say a couple times, you know, he's come on the show before, and you would never know. I mean, he likes pottery. You know, has a shop up the street. You know, I mean, he's one of those guys that has a plan, you know, outside of football.
He does. I asked him, I said, Cooley, what have you been doing, man, for these past 8 weeks? He said, living, DY. I'm fine, man. I'm having fun. So I go do pottery all day. He said, I just walk around. You know, I might drink a cold one here and there, but I'm living. He said,
see, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a real normal person. And, you know, let's think about it. I mean, what you do is hard enough.
Yeah.
On your body. I mean, you got to have some mental time to get away from that stuff, too.
Definitely. That's why, I mean, you know, not saying I want to get my master's right now just because of, you know, the time and stuff like that, but that's my outlook, you know, my outlet, you know, to, you know, what I'm setting up for my future. But at the same time, like, I love what I'm learning about. I'm doing sports management. Like, why not learn about, you know, what the owners are thinking, you know, what type of ownership, you know, why, you know, Green Bay is community-based, and, you know, learn about that stuff and how, you know, different and unique that is compared to, like, you know, minority owner or majority owner, stuff like that, you know. So I like that stuff. Sports is what I love, and why not learn about it?
Do you mind if I were to mention your financial plan, how you do stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I just set
I mean,
up
you don't mind me saying it, do you? I just think that what this guy does, it should be 101.
Well, basically, I mean, I just set up with my financial dude. I get an allowance every month, basically just to, you know, monitor what I'm doing. I mean, I love sneakers. That's my fetish, but, you know, I have other ways of getting that. But I just look at it as, you know, I watched that ESPN 30 for 30, and that kind of made me, you know, even though I'm already a conservative person, that made me kind of worried a little bit more, just because if you guys don't know, 80% of athletes 2 years after done playing, they're broke or, you know, file for bankruptcy. So that kind of scared me a little bit and said, you know what, this money, we're getting this money so fast, so young. You know, what can I do to protect myself for the future, and what can I invest in? Well, you know, everyone looked at, you know, what Drew Rosenhaus did. Well, there was a scam going on with that, so I can't trust this guy to do this, you know. But then again, I don't know. I don't want to trust family with this because, you know, they might feel comfortable in a sense where I could take his money just because we're family, and, you know, I'll give back to him another time, you know. But, you know, so it's kind of scary, you know, just setting up like that. But, you know, like I said, it took me 8 months to sign with the financial dude I'm with. You know, I said some things to him that, you know, kind of scared him a little bit, but I told him the
I'm
truth.
rough you up.
Yeah, don't mess with my money.
Gone, I will find you. That's why I said I will find you. There's nothing you will do that I won't find you. You can go to another country. I'm going to find you. But I'm going to hire the guy from Taken.
But I mean, as far as like the, if you don't mind me saying, if too personal, that's fine. But I'm talking about as far as game checks and stuff like that and contracts.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
I just think it's decent if you want to tell everyone. I
send it to my financial dude. Like I said, I get an allowance every month that I can basically live off, all bills included. A little bit of spending money after that, but
it's not what you think, folks. I mean, and that's
it's not a substantial amount where you'd be like
I've never seen you ever. Well, actually, there's only one time a year to come at home luncheon. That's it. That's the only time I ever see you like in a suit, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I treated myself to a nice suit, but all I need is one good suit.
but I'm serious. But most of the time it's sweats.
Yeah, that's
sweats. Sweats.
That's what I love. I mean, summertime you'll see me with flip flops on, some gym shorts. I mean, that's what I like. That's the life I live. I always lived that. I wore it in high school. I mean, I wear jeans occasionally, but I feel like I look better in sweats.
I've never seen that ever.
Here's a question.
I've never seen it ever.
When you got your first check, were you excited or were you like, they took that much out?
That's the first thing I said. That's the first thing I said. They take that much out. That's half. And second, my mom said, my mom always told me, if when I accomplish my dream, you owe me your first paycheck. And I said, well, here you go. So I did that for her. She left me alone for about 2 weeks. And then kind of back to normal again.
That's our mama's boy right here.
Yeah. Both. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're pissed at yourself about the money you took out?
Not really, because it's not a crazy amount. Like I said, I have a little bit left over to live, but. Oh man, Uncle Sam, man. That's not fair, man. That's not fair.
Family will take the money, Uncle.
Nah, that's not fair.
Hey, that's where everybody always gets into that,
That's
especially
not fair, man.
election time coming up, and everyone's assuming things with me. Oh, who you voting for? Who you voting for? I already know. No, you don't.
I'm not gonna lie, I get stressed. I love getting paid, but I get stressed out so fast after seeing it, man. What I could have made and what I am making. But like I said, it's on tax time. I got to pay my dues and all that stuff. But it's just crazy, man.
Oh, believe me. No, I'm not going into politics. I'll leave that alone. I will say this, though. Everyone vote. I mean, that's important, definitely. And, especially with the weather, that could be some problems for some folks being able to get out and vote. So that is important. Make sure if you have the opportunity to, you do vote. But, no, you trying to bait me in that.
They need an app for the people that can't go in there, just an app.
You know what? I actually mentioned that to someone a couple weeks ago, that with technology the way it is now, you should be able to, obviously you can go online and submit your information and get your ballot and all that, but shouldn't we be able to do that eventually? Go online from the comfort of your own home. But
it'll be soon.
But they want to. But see, the problem with that is you have hackers. You could have, I'm just hypothetically, you could have candidate A, literally having 100% of the vote. Somebody hacked it. But I think that technology, and especially after what happened over the last few days, you would think that that's going to be the way things are going to go in a year or so, maybe a couple years down the road.
I just think, too, I don't know how true this is, but I heard in some states, wherever you go to choose a person, the thing will flip. So I just seen it on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, I just seen it on Twitter.
I
So
think
how
that
true
might
it
be
is,
somebody trying to scare people.
Yeah, I really don't
Hey,
pay attention
it's
to
the
it.
conscious of it when you go and vote. I tell you what, though, speaking of politics, all these questions, question 6, question 7, all this stuff, I don't recall ever seeing that as much. Like, they're having commercials now about the questions. I didn't see this in years past. Am I the only person that's noticing this?
No, like question 7 out of Maryland for the casinos.
Yeah, and I just moved down here from Maryland, so, and then when I was in Orlando, it was like, geez. That's why I hate being in the media, because you move too much.
We get phone calls here at the store all the time about question there's this. I'm like, I'm not even located in Maryland. Why are you calling me?
Okay, well, since you're not in Maryland, and I think most people here are Virginia residents, what is your thought on that?
What, them calling me about Maryland?
No, on Maryland's votes, because you're not voting for it. Would you vote for that? having a casino in Maryland?
There's enough of them around here.
But
there's one an hour from here, one way. There's an hour and a half the other way.
And I think that's
and they're not even real casinos.
But I think that's the issue with Maryland, though. The people there probably feel like if they're going away, giving their money to West Virginia, New Jersey, and maybe flying out to Vegas, why not just do it in your own state?
Yeah, why not?
I'm just asking. It's no right or wrong. I'm just asking.
My reason is to get away, to just have my own space.
That's a good answer. That's
I want to go away.
That's a very good comeback to get out of that.
I don't want to go down the street to a casino. And they're not even real casinos.
But the point is, it's jobs. There's a flip side to everything. I mean, there's pros and cons.
And most likely, half the jobs are going to end up for Virginia State residents. So Marylanders still kind of losing out.
That's a great point.
Because it's just right over the bridge.
I never thought about that. That's a very good point.
And then you're going to have D.C. people taking some of them jobs. So it's not all Marylanders getting the jobs.
Well, they try to spin it and say it's for education.
It's not.
We all know that.
My wife's in education. Lotto doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't.
You have to make your education.
What happens if there's a casino next to the stadium in Maryland?
I'm there after the games.
There goes that check.
No, I don't gamble, man.
You know what? That's very astute of you.
And I have a follow-up.
Yes.
Let's get to the first one first, and I have a follow-up.
How
I want to know
that,
what
man?
you think management, since you're going into management, what do you think of that? And then what do you think the owner of the Redskins would think of that? And then I have a follow-up on that.
Oh, I don't know if you can answer that one.
Yeah, the owner would either nix it
the
or be a part of it.
He could sell his parking twice. He's got a whole mall.
Yeah, I'm taking a train.
Yeah.
I think there's pros and cons to
definitely
it.
pros and
I think
cons,
you could get some economy.
But I also think it creates more crime too.
And it definitely will. Make no mistake about that. You're getting a different element of people who I mean, no offense if you gamble, but
trying to make a dollar out of a dime.
I don't gamble. I just that's just it's
like
too hard
cards.
to make it to give it away. But yeah. That was interesting. I didn't try to bait you guys in that. I was just trying to pull that up.
Yeah, that's all good.
What I do want to do is we'll take a break, and when we come back here from Bellator Sports Memorabilia, Mike Hay is the owner, sitting in here with myself, Lake Lewis, also Washington Redskins starting fullback Darrel Young. I want to switch gears here a little bit and talk a little bit of NBA and also some fantasy sports, which is kind of on the lines of gambling. Fantasy football is huge.
Did you hear about them gambling on Little League football in South Florida?
That's been happening for years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they just started talking about it.
Wow.
That's exactly where I wanted to go.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get into that. If you're here right now, we have a microphone if you want to ask us questions. Also online in our chat box, we will get to some of you in there. Jeff Little will be coming up after this show live from Los Angeles, California, the locker room. So hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Hi, I'm Shannon Doherty. I've played the girl next door and the girl not so next door. I've produced, I've directed, but now I'm doing something I've always wanted to do for me. I'm on my way to getting my college degree. I logged on to Education Connection, the free service that showed me hundreds of schools and degrees so I could pick the right one. Now I'm actually getting my degree in liberal arts online. But you could get yours in business, in culinary arts, in nursing, in criminal justice, even a degree in technology. From my schedule, Education Connection showed me online has the most flexibility. I can study on the set, while traveling, anywhere, anytime. So do something smart for your future. Let Education Connection help you find the right program for free.
Log on now and get Education Connection's free success kit, stuffed with information about online degrees, schools, and scholarship advice. Log on now to 41educationmatching.com.
Are you stressed over credit cards and other debts? Maybe through no fault of your own? Imagine how it would feel to have that weight lifted right off your shoulders. Well, here's some good news from America's trusted name in debt relief. Care One providers have already helped over 4.5 million people in debt, and we can help you today. Just call this toll-free number to speak with a friendly representative, and in just minutes, you'll get your free debt relief analysis.
Regardless of your situation, Care One has an option for you.
We are there to help, and we do that in a way that's empathetic and supportive without judging their financial situation.
The credit card companies, I feel, are trying to keep you in debt and trying to keep it so you owe them money forever. And Care One is a good way to get you out of that and get you out of it fast.
A big burden was lifted off of my shoulders.
Care One threw me a lifeline. Call Care One. They will help you.
Get debt relief from a company you can trust. Just call the toll-free number today.
Health insurance update.
This just in for all uninsured Americans with or without pre-existing conditions. The recent health care bill will not take effect until at least 2014, leaving families and individuals lacking health insurance with no immediate solution to their concerns. Meanwhile, medical problems continue to be the #1 cause of bankruptcies. Here's the good news. A health insurance hotline has been established to provide affordable health insurance for all uninsured Americans, and yes, uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions. Call the number on your screen now, and in less than 10 minutes, you could receive a choice of affordable plans from the Hotline Network. This is not a discount card. You will have access to doctors, hospitals, dental care, infant care, and emergency services. Call the Health Insurance Hotline now and get you and your family covered today.
Call 800-794-1817. That's 800-794-1817. Call now.
Have you ever had an idea for an invention or new product? Bill Schaefer, one of the inventors of Whammo's new Splash Wash, did. He came up with the idea while watching his children play one hot summer afternoon. Bill invented a car wash for kids. Ride through it, run through it. InventHelp submitted the Splash Wash to Whammo, the makers of childhood favorites like the Frisbee, hula hoop, and slip and slide. If you have an invention you would like to try to patent and submit to corporations and want free information that explains how InventHelp may be able to assist you, call now. InventHelp is America's largest invention company with sales offices in over 50 cities nationwide. Call InventHelp today for free information. Bill Schaefer made a financial gain on the Splash Wash. However, most inventions are not successful, and Bill's experience is not typical of what inventors can expect.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-619-2363. That's 1-800-619-2363.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
Said it.
I could have swore something from Ohio State was coming.
Yeah, I had to take my lumps on that. So yeah, you're turned off now. So yeah, I had to definitely take my lumps on that. Oh my goodness gracious! That's what happens when you bet. So that's why I don't bet. That was horrible. Very horrible. So anyway, folks, I said we wanted to talk a little bit of basketball, NBA. This guy right here used to be a starting point guard for a 4-time state champion. Am I correct about that?
6-time state champion school. I'm a 4-time state champ, though. Starting point guard.
Get your facts straight.
Well, he could only play for 4 years unless he was ineligible a couple of years and they kept him back. But I know that didn't happen.
I ain't going to say a couple people were like that, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to go off the wins and losses.
But one of his teammates is now the starting point guard for the Washington Wizards while John Wall is out. Let me say that. A.J. Price. So
nice.
That's pretty.
Where's he at?
He's in Washington.
Why don't you tell him to come over here and hang out with us?
I'll try. I mean, it's a hike for him.
I can get him a ride. I can get him a ride.
Yeah, we get him a ride out here. Get him some nice service out here.
Yeah, he's good people, man. He's real good people. I'm excited for him. He's a guy who's been through a lot. I mean, you talk about a guy who had a brain hemorrhage, his freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Got in trouble, for, possession of laptops.
Yeah.
But then came back and, started all over. Like I said, he had to get his, fixes basically. Learn how to do everything all over again just because of the brain hemorrhage and everything. And I look at him for where he was in terms of immaturity and now where he's at from being a, mature, young man who's, achieving his goals and living his dream, So, like I said, my hat goes off to the guy because where we come from, it's not the easiest place to get out of, and it's not the worst place in the world. I'm not saying it like that, but, the percentage and the chances of making it, with kind of slim.
Well, let me say this: where you're from, people couldn't make it out of a house. I know that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, my house didn't get flooded, but a tree fell on my dad's garage, which he's pretty upset about because that just got built this summer. But they're safe though. They didn't have power for a little bit. About probably 3 minutes up the road, not even 3 minutes, was flooded, and I'm talking about 3 feet of water, from the beach and stuff. And I know a lot of people, the high school was flooded because that's where it's right across the street from the water and stuff. And probably the Amityville Horror House.
I was just about to say, did that house get flooded? Because this guy lived right across the street from the Amityville Horror House.
Well, that side of town was the side that got flooded, and I live exactly 3 minutes from there. So,
So word was that house was an Indian burial ground.
You know what? I don't go anywhere near that place.
Come on, this is the night to go by it.
No,
I mean, tonight. You don't think people go by that house tonight on Halloween?
Sure
well, not
do.
tonight.
Sure
Let's on the rowboat.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Oh,
they
that's
changed
true,
the address of it. They changed the house number, so you'd have to know that house. Because.
But it still looks the same, doesn't it?
It doesn't look like the house looks like it does in the movie, but that backyard is nothing like that. The canal's it's short. It's small. You could park your boat there, but it's not like that big open lake where they had in the movie. And
oh,
stuff,
that was just for the movies,
yeah,
of course.
That's L.A. or wherever they shot that at, or Connecticut, wherever. But,
but it wasn't Amityville.
No, they didn't shoot that.
Which is Long Island.
Which is Long Island.
See, that's
Strong Island.
Yeah.
Strong
yeah.
Island.
What was it, Shaolin or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious! You don't know how many people when I was in school at Penn State were from Long Island and they were just walking around with that Wu-Tang stuff all the time.
Hey, it's surprising because everywhere I go, and just in terms of schools, I went to Villanova. There's a lot of people from Long Island. I'm in Northern Virginia.
University of Maryland?
A lot of Long Island people.
University of Maryland has at least 20% of the population of that school's from Long Island.
I think that just says something about Long Island. Just
they don't want to go to school in Long Island.
Well, I mean, it's only Hofstra there, so it's Hofstra and Dowling.
You never considered Hofstra?
They didn't consider me.
Shame on you, Hofstra.
Yep, shame on them. But I mean, hey, the opportunity came for me at Villanova. Like I said, I'm appreciative of it. I mean, I could say the same thing about the Giants. I worked out there as a local workout guy. I signed with Washington. I came on a tryout basis. So I could say the same thing about the Giants bypassing me. But you know what? They didn't. They didn't want me. Who knows? They probably still don't want me. But whatever. I'm gonna play my hardest. Just like I did when I played against Hofstra at Villanova. Luckily, we're in the same conference.
So were you a Giants fan growing up?
I was a Giants fan. I like the 49ers too, but I was a Giants fan growing up.
But I mean, you're from California.
Yes.
So I mean, that's just. Listen, I'm a firm believer that you should root for your hometown team. That's just, to me, for fans of Cowboy fans, or you're down here and you're a Dolphins fan. That's ludicrous. That's madness. I mean, you have to think about it. When you win, you bring money to the economy. When you win, people want to be a part of that. Everyone wants to cheer for that.
I want everybody to win in my business.
Me too. I mean, winning is good. Winning is great.
Well, we got walking in the door here.
Yeah, and they were here earlier, and she told me to tell you that you had a fan in a tutu that was gonna, come so you could sign an autograph.
She can do like a dance.
Yeah. But real quick, because
Sorry.
Real quick, in our chat box, because our people from around the country, I see our friend Lewis is in there. He's up in New York or up in Jersey, so I'm glad he's safe. Everything's going well. Write some great articles covering the Giants and Jets up there. Knicks and I was going to say New Jersey Nets. No more. Brooklyn Nets. That's ugly. But also Scott's in there. And Scott, where are you writing us from? Because I know you say you're traveling a long way to see the Panthers this weekend. So I know Scott's in there all the time, but I'd like to know exactly where he's from. And he also asked a question. He says, do you guys have a show lined up next Wednesday? Oh, no, wait a minute. See, Scott, this is your legal name. We know you as Highlander. This is our friend from Oregon. And, and he just wrote Lincoln City, Oregon. Scott last year won the Redskins' #1 fan contest.
Really?
Yeah, actually, Dan Snyder, Bruce Allen, they flew them out. They were at training camp last year. I'm not sure if I introduced you to them last year. Scott's a good dude. He and his wife.
Actually,
Do you remember?
Yeah, I might have, because
he had the tattoo.
Being from Oregon.
Yeah, he had the tattoo. He had a Redskins tattoo on his arm.
Flew all the way from Oregon.
Yeah, he flew from Oregon, and he's coming back here this weekend. So he's asking, do we have a show lined up Wednesday? You might have to ask the owner of that one. I'm not sure yet. So are you going to come in? That would be great, because if he does come in, we'll actually have him sit on here on the set.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Good dude. Very good dude. Tell Brandy we said what's up. That's his wife. So
Oregon's nice. I like that. I've been out there climbing Mount Hood a few months back.
Never been there.
Love it.
And I heard it's awesome.
If I didn't have kids and a wife, I'd be there.
Why can't you be there with kids and a wife?
Because
you told on yourself. When you get home tonight, it's not going to be dark because of trick or treat.
I already told her that. It's all right.
Have you ever been to Oregon?
I've never been. I've been to the West Coast twice.
Really?
To play Arizona, to play Seattle.
And then you were out quick, so you didn't get a chance to see.
24 hours.
You didn't go out in Seattle at all?
You got to go vacation.
We did. I went to
off-season.
Nike Town, but, I mean, that was about it.
How did I guess? You got some Jordans?
Nah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
I'm going to tell you, the best place to get Jordans is the Nike outlet off of 95 in Smithfield, North Carolina.
Oh, down south.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. My brother used to live right there. It's right by Fayetteville.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's about 20 miles, maybe.
Let me tell you. You can go there. They have the Jordans, and they also have, what are they called, Trunners. They have they're on the jump man or whatever brand, $45. So
I mean, I'm a Nike outlet guy. I mean, that's why
you will like that outlet. I went to the outlet in Leesburg recently, got some shoes from there, and it was okay.
It was okay.
But
that place is pretty busy all the time.
It is, but prices were a little high. You know, I understand we are in the richest county in the country, but that doesn't mean anything to me. That doesn't. I mean, that means people are working hard for their money, but that doesn't mean that the groceries have to be
working
high.
hard to take that money.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't mean that the grocery store, have to jack the prices up too. But anyway, I know. I just, what else do we have here in our chat box? Let me refresh that. I see Jeff Little's in there, and Jeff, I wanted to personally tell this to you. I'll look into this camera for you right here, folks. Jeff, I wanted to personally tell you, I do apologize for going off later sometimes and making you wait out in Los Angeles, California. But I guess the flip side to that is it's early out there when we go off. So anyway, he's supposed to normally go in at 9 o'clock out there, 6 o'clock his time. But we've been stretching them out a little bit to like 9:30 or so as we've been going off the air. That's because we've been having some good times here on the show. So any other questions out there in the crowd? Anyone else in the chat box want to fire away?
We can get a gambling ring?
Yeah, we can bring that up. By the way, Scott says he will be here next Wednesday, so that's cool. We'll have to get a bunch of guys to come on through. We need to get you back out here next Wednesday if you're not busy.
I'll let you know it's the bye week.
Oh, I understand.
I'll let you know on that one.
I've already been told by several guys, hey, man, I'm going home.
Yeah, Tuesday, I might be done. We get done with practice at 12. I might be on the road at 12:05.
How many days you get off of that?
From
4?
Tuesday at 12 until Monday we got practice at 1. So it's a nice little break, just to get away. I think
I'll be hitting the islands. See ya.
Yeah, I know. A lot of guys go on vacation this time.
I was going to say, a couple guys go fishing and all that good stuff.
With the new CBA, they have to give you, I think, 5 days guaranteed. So, like I said, we come back. It'll be a good, a bye week came at the perfect time, I think, just because we have injuries that, that's every team. I mean, but we have injuries that, just we need guys to come back from. We had a lot of guys nicked and stuff, and like you said, I mean, we just got to do something different after this bye week. I mean, we got to win going into the bye week, but after
so how's Pierre?
How's Pierre?
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly haven't seen Pierre, to be honest. I mean, he's been rehabbing and stuff, and he's at practice, but he's kind of just being low-key right now, just trying to get better and stuff. I haven't personally talked to him. While I've seen him in the training room, I'll say, what's up? You all right? And, he'll be like, I'm good, but.
Can I interject on that? Shut him down. Shut him down.
No.
Shut him down.
Can't.
I mean, you paid a lot of money for the guy.
Yes, I did.
And I understand.
He's in the store.
That's what. Well, I mean, you shut him down on the field. He's still gonna walk. He can still come here. But I honestly think that if you're a professional athlete and you can't play, you're hurt. I mean, you can sympathize with that. Keep him from being on the field, he probably have to break a leg literally. The guy's hurt, and if he hasn't played, and if he does, when he played in the Atlanta game, he wasn't himself. You could see that, pressing. You could mentally, you're not there. So I say, if he's after this bye week, after this game and after the bye week, if he's still not playing, you have to shut him down. I mean, just call it count your losses for the season, shut him down, get him healthy for next year because he's a long-term investment. And last time I looked, you have a rookie quarterback. Last time I looked, you have, a 2-year starting fullback. Last time I looked, you have a rookie running back. You know what I'm saying?
Some young linemen.
It's not going to be built overnight. So just shut him down, count your losses, and get him back and see where that goes. So, yeah, lots of activities in here. So let's get into this gambling thing as I think the satellite's giving us some different sounds here. You guys hearing that? Yeah. You good now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I'll
probably
start dropping my stuff over there.
Might be these phones. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you hear that. The fans won't hear it. The people online won't hear it. But anyway, guest 36 says, "What's up, everyone? What's going on to you?" And we ask everyone in there. You're a guest. We ask you to put your name in there so we can make it personal for you. But anyway, gambling. We were talking about that, and you mentioned gambling with what, Little League?
Yeah, I was watching ESPN earlier. Little League, South Florida, at least I think it was 10 people got arrested. Hundreds of thousands of dollars rolling through there on Little League. Coaches taking bets on the sideline before the game with people in the crowd. Big sting.
What age are we talking about? Are we talking like 12, 13?
Little League, Pop Warner on up.
6, 7, 8, 9?
They didn't get into too much age stuff, but some of the shots they showed us on the players, man, they couldn't have been but 7 or 8 years old. All the way to, the 14
So that means
years.
somebody had a lot of money to just blow on some 7 and 8-year-olds.
$20 and $40 pops here and there.
You were never part of that, were you, Darrel?
I'm from New York, man.
And the answer is maybe.
Football, football is not like it is down there. I mean, high school football, Pop Warner football is something that's important to those people down there. I'm not saying football is not important to people in New York, but these games,
basketball, they might be doing it.
Yeah, these games are a little more serious. I mean, that's the South, though. I mean, the South is different people down there. I love the South. I love Southern people.
When you say down there, you do realize this is the South where we're sitting.
This ain't the South, man. It's South from New York, but this ain't the South. This ain't the South, man. This ain't the South.
Yeah, my father says all the time, he's in North Carolina. You remember over at the house we had an argument with a good friend of ours with the Dolphins, now Anthony Armstrong, and Anthony's from Texas. And we were telling him, it's not the South. And he's like, well, Texas? He was like, what is it then?
West.
But see, that's the argument. We were like, it's West. It's the Midwest. It's South Midwest. He said, no, it's the South. But
that's a good argument right there.
That was a great argument. I mean, do you consider Texas the South? No, I don't think anybody here
when
does.
When you think Cowboys and everybody going west, you hear Texas.
Nah, you think of the
Colorado,
South, you think
Carolinas, Alabama,
Carolinas,
Florida.
Mississippi,
I'll tell you what I think of the South.
Tennessee.
Seriously. My father right now as we speak might be checking it out in rural North Carolina. That's where he is right now. Retired from here, went back down there. But to me, the South is
grits.
No, the South is places you don't want to be. That's what I consider the South. Like when we had years ago, my wife and me had to pick a car from Alabama. And yeah, that's the South. That's like you just look and you see nothing. It's like your car breaks down. It was nice. It was nice knowing you. That's the South. I mean, have you ever been somewhere in the South where you just know this is not normal?
Yeah, I mean, there've been a lot of country places.
You go down to like Myrtle Beach or Charleston. That's great. That's not the South to me. I mean, I'm sorry because matter of fact, yeah,
you better watch what you say.
We got some family in here. But it's so nice. I don't really consider that's like beach resort areas. Well, not Charlton, but like Hilton Head or Myrtle Beach.
You talking like Swamp People type South? Like, you ever see this show? You love that show.
Yeah. That's
like you don't understand what they're talking about.
And see,
like what?
And see,
that's like West Virginia type people.
But see, that's not the South though. West Virginia's just West Virginia.
Yeah, that's
no offense. I mean, that's just West Virginia. Been there, done that. Yeah, that's woo. But no, I mean, the South, Mississippi, Alabama. You consider Georgia the South?
Yeah.
If you went to Atlanta, you would consider that the South?
Yeah.
That dirty South.
Yeah, that's Charlotte?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're naming bigger cities that have kind of
that have kind of
popularized a little more,
taken the northern feel to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the question we asked Anthony. Since
I mean, are we talking definition South, like Mason-Dixon
okay,
line South,
just this.
or just
no, just the South, Miami?
That's the South.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
City South.
Yeah, that's country.
You think Miami is the
South?
Yeah, yeah, you definitely called that
That's
one.
Northern Cuba.
Yeah, that's Cuba too. Cuba Jr. Not Gooding Jr. either. But no, I mean, you don't think of Miami as the South?
Sorry, I'm jamming. Where'd this
well,
come from?
I mean, you know, this it's running itself. I mean, that's go stop. That's what we call it. So we can let that play through if you want. Well, it came in as perfect timing, right? So, but this is the South right here.
No. This is Northern Virginia.
Legally,
Lynchburg is what you would consider south of Virginia. You go down Lynchburg area, country.
I have a friend from Lynchburg, yeah, and it was.
Yeah, that's a little.
This is what we were told growing up. Growing up in Maryland, we were told when you get to Richmond, that's when the South starts. That's what we were told.
Williamsburg.
I don't know.
Because they just came up here. Do you consider this the South?
That's because they drove north to get here.
Right, but do you think of North Carolina as the South? Okay, see, that's fair. No parts of Virginia.
So it's like.
Okay, what about like Petersburg, Virginia? Is that the South?
No.
So it sounds like
Virginia's
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia and Maryland are kind of like the
gray area,
the stepbrother states.
Yeah. Some claim them, some don't.
Not true South. And see, that's one thing I will say. You do have courtesy in the South that you do not get. Man, I hate to tell you, man. You're from New York, man. It's like you get a cab in New York, if you can even get one. But when you get one, they turn. What do you want?
Not even that.
Where am I taking you?
Not even that. Somebody might jump in it and meet. Hey, you ready? And somebody else got in it.
You don't have that though.
My parents are from the South, so.
See.
My dad's from North Carolina. My mom's from South Carolina. South Carolina, Sumter. Yeah, Sumter.
Been there.
See, there you go.
That was my dad's. And Winston-Salem. Okay.
Yeah, so have you heard of LaGrange? That's where my father lives right now as we speak, in between Kinston and in between Goldsboro. And it literally is like Mayberry. Two lights in the whole, one light. See, this is all right, man.
Yeah, my family's from all over the South.
We know.
Little Washington, and North Carolina, Fayetteville, Rocky Mount, Charlotte, obviously, Winston-Salem.
I got a little story for you guys. You didn't know this. They don't know. You didn't know we're cousins, did you? Literally.
I knew.
Oh, he said he knew. No, we're cousins.
You
actually,
told me.
Yeah, we did a little bit of tracing, and yeah. I thought you were gonna say Jesse Jackson.
Yeah,
I was like, that's what I was. Wait a minute.
That's the first thing I thought.
Wouldn't surprise me actually when I was hearing
I go all the way back to Rutherford B. Hayes.
Really?
5 greats and a grand uncle.
That was decent. So I was thinking like Isaac Hayes. I'm stupid. I just yeah. So, I do have to before we get out of here, I do want to let a good friend of ours. She's here, obviously. I just have to say that she did a heck of a job on her pumpkin carving. I'm gonna give her credit for that. We actually went by
pictures?
and she did a Redskins pumpkin carving. See, I had it going. I started one on mine, a Redskins one. And the face and it all fell apart. I just had a hole on mine, and they were making fun of my pumpkin that night too. My pumpkin was like the butt of all jokes. But look at that.
That's sweet.
That was nice.
I've never carved a pumpkin.
Okay, well, see, we're in the same boat because that was my first time carving with the literally all that stuff. And Mom said I did a good job.
What have you been doing all your life?
It was decent.
On Halloween.
It was. And you know what? That might be my last time.
I didn't go outside.
And it very well may be my last time. Okay, it says here, Big Phil 93. Oh, my goodness. Philip Daniels in the chat box says, Lake, look at this screen. Don't make me come down there. What's up, Lake? Darrell, I'm 36. That's what he says.
What's up, Lake? I'm 36.
Nah, he said, Darrell, I'm 36. Philip said that to you, Philip Daniels.
Philip Daniels know what time it is.
Hey, Philip, you better get to bed. I know it's past your bedtime.
I used to run Phil over on the goal line.
There he is. He said, I'm still here. Okay. All right. See, man, you know, that's messed up. You're supposed to come down here if you're going to talk trash, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm beating him in his fantasy league, though. Beating him like he stole something. You don't play fantasy football at all?
Nah.
We got to get you in that, man. It's fun.
I believe
There's
it.
no money involved, nothing like that. It's all fun.
I just don't have the patience because I'm going to pick myself and then I don't ever do anything and I'm going to be mad.
You can be mad at yourself for not scoring any points?
Yeah, he said he was guest 36, guest 636. So, yeah, so 636 people. Okay, but I don't want guests. I want the names in there. So, but yeah, as always, I mean, you know, happy Halloween. I was going to come on here today and put a mask on, but, you know, some people probably think I have one on. But I was going to come in here and do that. But
you could have painted something right here and just talk like this.
See, man, that's just wrong. That's wrong. You're not going anywhere tonight? Trick or treat, Halloween?
I'm going to sleep. I got to go to work in the morning. I'm going to sleep.
New game plan. You get that?
That's how Wednesdays are. Wednesdays are stressful, man. You just never know. And then tomorrow is the goal line. And that's even more stressful because you practice 10 plays to run one goal line playing a game, maybe two.
Well, look, you know, it's getting late, and we don't want to have him getting home too late. Philip Daniels in the chat box, I appreciate that. No, he says I'm already in my costume. We could have had him come in there, you know, Debo from Friday.
You know, I told him he looks like what's the dude that said he broke through my nose in the longest yard?
Bob Sanders.
Bob Sapp.
It broke up my nose.
Yeah. That's what I tell him he looks like all the time.
I tell him he looks like the late Michael Dunk Clark. Was it Michael Clark Duncan?
Yeah.
He
Green Mile.
Yeah.
Big overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
hey,
says,
boss.
Philip be wearing them big jail polos where you fresh out.
I'm going to remember this. See, I told him we invade the chat box.
Yeah,
and look, nobody else is in there now. You notice that? He scared everybody else off. They're afraid to speak up in there. But look, we had a great time, and we started a little bit later. Wanted to wait for some of the folks to come in, understand.
And we had a power outage real quick.
We did. We had a power outage. It was nice and dark here in the villages. I wonder if that was because of, you know, Halloween. You think that was a joke?
Who knows?
Could have been. It wasn't a joke on us because it kept the internet down for about 20 minutes. But had a great time. Appreciate it as always. Real Young coming out, coming through in a pinch. Mike Hayes actually sat on the set with us for the whole show. We got to give him a hand, folks. That's big time right there.
I'm the next host.
Hey, you could be. You warmed up though. You did because he was nervous at first. I could hear that.
I'm one of those guys that's like, you go to the bar and talk to anybody, but to put me in front of it, like, oh.
This was good
college
for
paper
you,
time.
Man. This is good. On it. And I'm going to tell you what always happens. This always happens, never fails. Once someone does it once, you get the fever. So I guarantee you come next week, he's going to be like, you know, just lingering around, waiting for that opportunity.
Getting a little peeks
hey, it's your venue. You can always sit down anytime and do the show with me. As you can do it without me if you want, but you can do it with me at any time. But as always, folks, we appreciate everyone for coming out. Everyone in our chat box. Remember Jeff Little, live from Los Angeles, California. Some great insight to the West Coast sports scene. Also, he's been getting a lot of West Coast Redskins fans who have been actually logging in and checking him out. And I think they have like a big Redskins bar in Bakersfield, if I'm not mistaken. So they've been checking him out on there. So he's coming up next. We're going to wrap it up here live from Bellator Sports Memorabilia for Mike Hayes, the owner. We also had Larry come in, put the Ohio State jersey on me. I'm still burning for that. Darrell Young for coming out, as always. We appreciate him. And hopefully you guys get a big win, much-needed win this weekend against Carolina Panthers, and then you can really enjoy your bye week.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's gonna be miserable if we don't. But I'm not looking that way. You know, this is a must-win game. So.
Well, remember, you're coming out this week in the throwback uniform. So, are you excited about that?
I don't know. I like the helmet so far.
I'll say
sweet.
You a sentimental guy? Do you keep all your gear like that?
Yeah, I wish we could keep that stuff.
You can.
I already know where he's going
you can.
with it.
You can. There's a little fine they slap you with, but a little equipment charge. You can keep it if you want
it. A little fine?
It depends.
It depends.
Cooley got to go away with that stuff. He got good with those guys.
That's Chris Cooley.
You got to grease up the equipment guys. I'm telling you. Grease them up.
Chris Cooley's bought more money than any Redskins shirt. So.
Hey, one pottery piece sells gets that jersey.
Cooley,
but yeah, you should. If you go out, come on out, and I want to see the helmet live. That's what I want to see.
The helmets are sweet. We had them on today for practice. They're sweet.
Tell them you can borrow it for a night and bring it to the show. Put it right here, then you take it back to them.
I ain't messing with them people, man.
They'll chase you down in the parking lot.
I like my job, man.
They'll chase you down in the parking lot.
I don't want to be released because Redskins fullback brings helmet to show.
I wonder if they're going to, seriously, I wonder if they're going to have, replica helmets at the stadium.
They got them out.
I'm sure. Yeah,
they got them out. I can get them.
Yeah, I need to get them from you.
I want a game one.
Because no offense, if you get them in the stadium, you're going to pay. You might have to just trade your car for it.
If you want them, let me know. BellatorSports.com.
That's right.
We'll
and some of the folks in there, Darrel, he said, real quick, Phil said Darrel will steal, so don't encourage him. Scott says it's $600 for one of those helmets.
From where?
Yeah, $600 for one of those.
Not me.
Are you serious?
Not me either. Only one I have is the one I'm wearing. They can have that thing back. I'll take a picture. Matter of fact, I do have a picture of it.
Well, Scott, I definitely appreciate that, man. That's good stuff. Maybe next week we'll have one of those helmets.
I'll see what I can get one in here.
We'll have it on there.
You can't really tell, but I just took it, front on face.
See, the only problem is I don't like the dark face mask.
I like it.
But on the
is it the gray or black?
It's black. It's black.
I like it.
But shouldn't it have been the burgundy or the?
No.
Or the same color, maybe the brown too?
Yeah, maybe. But.
So you know what they should have done? I got the perfect thing. Man, I should get this patented. I'm always about patenting stuff. You remember that. They should have made the face mask clear, like a see-through, so it'd look like you don't have one on because that's how it was.
They're made of metal inside that thing. There's metal inside that face mask. How are you going to hide the metal? That's not just a piece of plastic.
Well, you know what they do? Go to the player, look at his skin color, and paint that part that way. We got to get out of here, folks. Have a great night. Everyone be safe. We'll see you next week right here live from Bellator Sports Memorabilia. Have a good night, everyone.
Sports Journey. Sports Journey Network.
This is not a workout. This is a revolution. This is shake weight for men, and it's going to kick your butt.
That's it.
In just 6 minutes. Guaranteed. Ordinary weights isolate one muscle in one direction, but shake weight harnesses the power of dynamic inertia to totally redefine strength training. As you shake, the weights at each end fire and recoil rapidly. This piston-like motion sends a shockwave of energy that forces your muscles to contract as many as 240 times a minute. So you build definition, size, and strength fast. And now this technological breakthrough in strength training can be yours for just $29.95. Shake weight is science fact, not fiction. A leading biomechanics research center proved that 6 minutes with the shake weight burns as much muscle energy as 42 with a standard dumbbell. You get ripped, defined, and stronger, fast, guaranteed. Call and order now, and we'll also send you this 6-minute upper body workout DVD. It's everything you need to add size, definition, and strengthen your chest, triceps, biceps, and shoulders. Technology is all about packing mega performance in less space, right? Shake weight proves it. That's why it comes with this ironclad kick butt guarantee. Do the shake weight workout just once. If your arms, chest, and shoulders aren't on fire in just 6 minutes, return it for a 100% refund. We'll even pay return shipping.
Whew, that's it.
3 exercises, 6 minutes, and the faster you shake, the more intense and challenging your workout. Think you can handle it? Then call now and build muscle and definition in just 6 minutes a day with Shake Weight for Men.
If you want to shed fat and get a body that's shredded, then it's time to get on the rack. The Rack is a complete total body workout system, and it's the hardcore hardware that adds a whole new dimension of variety and intensity to traditional body weight exercises. You get explosive chest, shoulders, and back, big arm blast, and ripped abs on the rack, a fat shredder workout, and a total body muscle building express workout, totally ripped on the rack. Order now and get this special Get Ripped on the Rack 30-day trial for just $14.99. When you order, also ask how you can get the Rack system shipped right to your door for free. As an added bonus, you'll get the Rack Nutritional Guide, custom workout guide, and special Bartender's Workout DVD, plus shipping. That's a total value of $60, all for free, but only if you order right now. Call now and order the Rack Total Body Workout System for this special 30-day trial of just $14.99.
Dear Bowflex, I dropped 8 dress sizes, 36 pounds, and all I had to do was walk.
This is the Bowflex Tread Climber machine, the easiest way to walk and burn up to twice the calories in less time. By combining the motion of a treadmill, a stepper, and an elliptical, you get the calorie-burning benefits of all 3 workouts at once.
I lost 30 pounds in 4 months. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Call now for your free DVD and information kit. You'll see how the Tread Climber burns up to twice the calories of a treadmill. Plus, you'll learn how you can own a Tread Climber machine today with special financing for 18 months.
Within the first couple of weeks, I started to lose inches. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months using the Tread Climber.
Call or go online to buytc.com for your free info kit. We'll also send you the Bowflex Insider's Guide with a personal fitness assessment to help you jumpstart your Bowflex body today. Absolutely free.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bowflex.
Sincerely, J.D. Weber.
Tired of lugging out your heavy, bulky pressure cleaner? You need the amazing Water Jet. It turns your ordinary garden hose into a super power washer, powerful enough to clean second-story windows. Here's how it works. Water flows through the volume reduction chambers where pressure builds until a powerful jet stream blasts through the precision-engineered solid brass tip. The control valve regulates the water pressure, great for siding, umbrellas, and awnings. Blast grime and weeds off brick and paver driveways. It attaches to any garden hose so you can take it along boating and camping. Quality built with stainless steel, aluminum, and solid brass, and only $19.95. You'll also get the bonus fan tip that creates a powerful fan-shaped spray. Scour away mold, scrub wood decks and docks, patios and pool decks, cars and trucks. Dial back the pressure to gently water flowers. There's more. We'll double the offer. You'll get 2 amazing water jets and 2 fan tips for only $19.95. Just pay additional processing and handling. Call to get the jet.
To order Water Jet, call 1-800-973-9853. Call now and we'll double the offer. Call 1-800-973-9853.